Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my WWE the series. We are on the third Raw of this series and this is the final Raw before Fastlane, which I'm pretty excited about because I finally have a solid card for Fastlane. Uh, this is a dark match where Jimmy Jacobs defeated Jimmy Uso, Battle of the Jimmys. R-Truth would go crazy over this match. It would have had solid reaction but not much in the heat. Jimmy Jacobs defeated Jimmy Uso in 702 by pinfall. Great gimmick. No improvements, 57. Raw opens with a live shot inside the Authority office. Triple H and Stephanie discuss how everyone who tried to face off against the League of Nations went down and how is this is one of the best decisions they ever made. Not only do they have the World Heavyweight Championship in their hands, but now the United States Champion will wear the Authority suit. Vince talks about how they need to get the Intercontinental title off Dean Ambrose and how has the perfect man to do the job, Sheamus. Stephanie walks towards the camera and announces that the Intercontinental Open Challenge is delayed for SmackDown and Dean Ambrose has to defend his title against Sheamus tonight. 81. Returning to the arena, JBL, Cole and Mauro welcome us to Monday Night Raw. Recapping last week's events as well as SmackDown, the Free still wonder about what will happen at Fastlane, how Kalisto won't be able to compete tonight, so a six-man elimination match will be held to decide the number one contender for Alberto's United States title, with a little added bonus from the Authority. If the winner is another member of the League of Nations, the title shot will be switched towards Dean Ambrose's Intercontinental Championship. Also, the next round of the tag team tournament will be held with the three teams facing each other on SmackDown, deciding the number one contender for the tag team titles. That was a fucking mouthful. 66. Paige, Sasha, and Becky make their entrance with microphones talking about how right now Paige will compete against Charlotte in a non-title match and how at Fastlane Sasha will finally make justice. 56. Okay, I dig this. In a match that had some good action but not much in the heat, Paige defeated Charlotte in 7:49 by DQ. Paige is improving in performance, 64. Holy shit! A 71 from a Divas angle. We are getting there, guys. After the match, Charlotte delivers the natural selection on Paige as both Becky and Sasha run in to make the save. Charlotte quickly rolls out, grabbing her championship and retiring to the entrance ramp. Holding up the title, Charlotte smiles while Becky and Sasha tend up the possibly injured Paige. 71. Off. Oh, This angle had Cesaro in, so yeah. The camera cuts to the medical center where Santino is ready to interview some of the unfortunate superstars that are sidelined. Entering the first room, Cesaro, Natalya, and Tyson Kidd are watching some of their matches and get surprised by the interviewer. They talk about how Natalya should be cleared by the end of May, but Tyson's recovery is going to take a long time, and even when his neck is back to 100%, he may not be able to wrestle again. Santino asks Cesaro how he feels about his own shoulder injury. Cesaro explains how right now he feels almost ready, but the doctors do not want him to rush. The doctors do not want to rush him to the ring. Considering the level he wants to perform, will need him to be at 110%. No improvements, 50 rating. During the commercial break, a video showing Roman Reigns' evolution during the past month's runs, describing the way he fought the war against the Authority and how he holds his ground even when outnumbered. 69. Returning to Raw, Renee Young is backstage ready to interview Roman Reigns, first of all about how he feels losing the championship. Roman explains that nothing lasts and how it was meant to happen, especially how he was one against all. The next question revolves the next questions, revolve around the championship rematch, how he won't be granted one, and where he will go now. Answering everything, Roman feels ready to rebuild himself back in the title picture. Renee informs him that he will have to face Big Show tonight. 76. Reigns is over. I don't know if people know that, but Reigns is pretty over. Back to the arena, the commentary table explains how up Next, six men will compete in elimination match, with the winner fighting either Alberto Del Rio for the United States title or Dean Ambrose for his Intercontinental Championship. 6-6. Okay, this is pretty interesting. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Rusev defeated Damian Sandow, Bud News Barrett, Jack Swagger, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn in an elimination match in 1533. The order of eliminations was Sami Zayn first, then Sandow, then Swagger, then Barrett, and finally AJ Styles. During the match, we also had Kevin Owens distract Sami Zayn. Improvements, Swagger in technical, Jesus. Bad news in Rumble, Jesus. Bad news in technical, Sami Zayn in Rumble, and Sami Zayn in flying. How the fuck does Sami Zayn improve in flying? What the hell? And Swagger, this match was a surprise. 59? Okay. Picking up the victory, Rusev celebrates as Alberto Del Rio enters the ring, raising his hand and explaining how, from this moment onward, the Authority will have the three major championship belts in the company. The camera quickly pans out to the entrance ramp where Kevin Owens throws Sami Zayn in some equipment, looking furious at at Del Rio and Rusev before rushing backstage. AJ Styles gets to the ramp looking at Sami Zayn and, visibly disappointed by his first loss, delivers a finger gun to Alberto Del Rio. Both Rusev and Alberto feel threatened as AJ seems to be their opponent. For now. 70 rating for that. Okay. We go backstage where Edge and Christian are sitting on a table watching the show. Surprised by the camera, both of them ask where the interviewer is, and Christian pulls out his phone explaining Edge how Renee can't be here yet, and so they will have to interview each other. The two describe their careers, how they started as fans and how they became world champions, how they don't stop having fun along the way, and how they are still keeping their game strong even though they are getting old and ugly. Now improvements 78. During the commercial break, a video of Dean Ambrose's Royal Rumble performance as well as his Intercontinental Open Challenge highlights runs. 66. Returning to Raw, Bubba and Devon are backstage cutting a promo on how they took the freedom to make their match against Ron and Harper a tables match. The improvements 59. Holy shit! Okay, this is good. In a match that had some good action but not much in the heat, Harper and Rowan defeated the Dudley Boys in a tables match in 8:35. Eric Rowan was eliminated first, then Devon Dudley, and finally Bubba Ray Dudley. No improvements, they have chemistry 70 rating. After the match, the announcers put over the fact that Primetime Players, the Wyatt family, and the Ascension are the teams that advance in the next round, and how on SmackDown the three teams will face each other in a three-way tag team match for the number one contendership of the tag team titles, culminating in a title match against the New Day at Fastlane 65. Okay, 84. Back in the Authority office, Triple H begins to talk show into his match up next against Roman Reigns and how, if Big Show manages to sideline Roman during or after their match, he'll find a way to get some extra cash into his pocket. Stephanie and Vince talk how they finally have things under control and how everyone that fought against them is either out or on the way out. A knock on the door stops their rant, and as Triple H opens the door, nobody is around except for an envelope on the floor. As Hunter opens it, a small bullet is inside, which makes Vince scream about how there should be no bullets in the arena and how security should take care of such events. 84. Roman Reigns enters from the crowd. Come on, typos. With a different look in his eyes, looking more intense than he ever was. No improvements, 84. Okay, this is good. This is good. In a bout that featured great action and average hit, Roman Reigns defeated Big Show in 11:34 by pinfall with a spear. Not enough selling. Show, show potatoes that spear, or what the fuck? 72. Picking up a giant victory, no pun intended, Reigns celebrates in the ring, but the four members of the League of Nations attacks, laying Reigns out and proceeding to hit Reigns with everything they got. A bullhammer from Bad News followed by a fallaway slam from Rusev, and as the two try to set Reigns out for a brogue kick, 73, come the fuck on! The Rock enters as the arena implodes and the Brahma Bull is on a run. He looks ready to lay out the authority. Fuck God! 83. Okay. Entering the ring, The Rock throws punches left and right, shielding Roman Reigns from harm. Sheamus and Alberto quickly rolled off the ring, but as Rusev tries to blindside the Great One, he receives a rock bottom. Bert tries the same thing but gets hit with a spinebuster in the opposite corner. The Big Show is getting ready to lay The Rock out with a KO punch, but it's a spear from Rowan Reigns, who is barely standing. Sheamus and Alberto drag their partners out of the ring as The Rock tries to help Rowan back to his feet. Alberto is visibly irritated at how Sheamus' match is up next and he should been fresh to go. 86. Okay, so everything I have to do is put The Rock in an angle and shit goes real. Yes! Helping Roman backstage, The Rock gets crowded by Renee Young, Santino, and Christian, who are demanding an interview. The Great One explains how nobody trusts his family like that and how he has his eyes set on Triple H as well. Making sure Roman is not hurt, The Rock continues to explain how week in and week out he's at home and watching Justice. And finally the glass filled up and the Brahma Bull showed the authority the rough side of his punch. Also, he received a bullet in a box full of black shirts, but when he asked about who sent it, nobody knew. 100 rating. Wow. Santino is developing better performance and Renee. Okay. Of The Rock was superb working without a script. Of fucking course, he's The Rock. And he came across well. What surprise. During the commercial break, highlights of Dean Ambrose's match against The Miz are shown, laying the ground for his title match up next. Okay. Things are interesting now. In a bout that featured great action and a good crowd, Dean Ambrose defeated Sheamus in 1823 by pinfall. During the match, we also had Jimmy Jacobs distract Sheamus. Dean Ambrose makes defense number 3 of his Intercontinental title. 76. Oh my god! All I have to do is put The Rock in some like 3 angles and the show is fucking brilliant. 86 rating. It increased our popularity in 35 fucking regions. I'm relieved. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really happy about this show. Like everything was normal, how it was in the last 4 episodes. The authority promo and Roman's entrance were great. Like 84, even 84 is a fantastic rating considering what I got. The match was okay. The attack 83, which is above anything I got thus far. 86, which is the rating of the show, which blew my mind, and then fucking 100. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching. Next up is the Go Home for Fastlane SmackDown, where we will find out who the what's the what are the words I'm looking for? The number one contenders for the tag team titles. Also, what the fuck am I doing with Jimmy Jacobs? We'll find out in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.